Thank you for joining us on this IGCSE Mathematics Standard level. This session we're looking at Pythagoras and sine cos tan to find the length and the angles of a right triangle. This question we're going to look at is, it may look a little bit daunting initially when you look at it, but really the question is only asking, if you read the question, it says calculate the perpendicular height and calculate the angle between the sloping edge and the base of the pyramid. So we've got to calculate this perpendicular height here, which is the length from P to M, and we've got to calculate the angle from the sloping edge to the base of the pyramid, which is to that line that goes towards the center. So let's have a look at the first question. The question states, let's read the information. The diagram shows a pyramid on a square base ABCD with diagonals AC and BD. They are length 8 centimeters, so halfway is 4. This AC and BD meet at M, and the vertex P is vertically above M. So that means there's a 90-degree angle here again. So we've got little 90 right-angle triangles in each corner from using the slope as the hypotenuse. The sloping edge of the pyramid are length of 6 centimeters. Calculate the perpendicular height, PM, of the pyramid. So just looking at this triangle here, we've just got PM. We've got a 90-degree angle out to C, and then we've got a length of 6 centimeters. And from M to C is 4 centimeters. And we're after PM here. What you need to show is you need to show Pythagoras formula. You can't just put the answer straight away. You need to, it's 3 marks. So we need to get a couple of marks for our working and 1 mark for our answer. So we will use Pythagoras theorem. So we will write x squared plus 4 squared equals 6 squared. That's Pythagoras theorem. X squared plus 4 squared equals the hypotenuse squared. We want to know x, so what we will do is we'll take 4 squared across the other side minus, so we've got 6 squared minus 4 squared. Finally, x will be the square root of this answer, whatever 6 squared minus 4 squared equals. Now we can work this out. I would recommend not changing the numbers until you've got x as the subject. Finally, if you want, you can replace 6 squared with 36. You can replace 4 squared with 16. And even if you like, you can calculate and show that that is 36 minus 16, which is 20. Now the calculator, you pick up your calculator, you cannot put root 20 here. You must put a decimal. So we need to go get 20, get the square root of 20. You see we've got 4.472135. 4.472135. So we get this number, let's have a look again, 472135, etc., etc., etc. Now we want 3 significant figures. So we will just take the 4, and the 7, and the 2 means this will not go up to 8. So in here we'll write 4.47, and that's our 3 significant figures. You don't have to write 3 significant figures in a bracket, but that's what the instructions asked us to do. Let's look at the second part, the angle between a sloping edge and a base of the pyramid. So the angle here between the sloping edge and the base of the pyramid, which is like a shadow. If you cast a light, it's directly that angle beneath the sloping edge. Now we've got 3 sides. We already know that side. We don't have to use it because just in case we made a mistake, which we didn't, but let's just use the 2 sides we are given. And this is called the adjacent side of our right angle triangle, and this one is called our hypotenuse. So what ratio uses adjacent and hypotenuse? So that the ratios are, you must know these 3 ratios. This you don't have to write on the test. Adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. So we're going to use this rule here. So in our space underneath, we will write, in part B, we'll write cos of our angle, which is what we're looking for, equals adjacent, which is 4, over our hypotenuse. So our angle is the shift sine of, which is the inverse sine, or cos, sorry, shift cos, so it's cos to the -1. So the next question, we don't show it here, but it's also worth 3 marks. So you need to show enough information to get those two part marks and 1 for the answer. This information then goes on straight on your calculator, and you would go 4 divided by 6, and we want shift cos. So this is cos, so we won't press that. We want to get cos to the -1. And that would be 48.1896. 48.1896. 48.1896, etc. And its degree. Now, because this is an angle, the instruction, if you remember, the angle needs to be shown to 1 decimal place. Always keep in mind it is an angle. This is where a lot of people make an error. And so we want 1 decimal place, and we need that 1, but it will be rounded up to a 2 because of the 8. So in the answer, we will write 48.2 degrees. And that will do for our finding the length and finding the angle. Let's just check. I have the answers here. We've got, for part A, we want, for 2 marks, you can show the square root of 6 squared minus 4 squared, or you can show for 1 mark the initial Pythagoras theorem. Notice we want 2. And for 2 marks, we want cos of the angle, or cos theta, is equal to 4 over 6. So they, or an equivalent, which is cos to the -1. So we've got 48.2, and so let's just go back, 48.2, so we'll just say, yep, we got that one correct. 4.47, let's just double check again. Yes, 4.47. And so we got those answers correct, which is what we're looking for. All right, so I hope this has helped, and until I talk to you again, or you seek my assistance, stay happy.